If healing truly happened through insight alone, most people wouldn't still be struggling. They would have understood their issues, their patterns, and simply moved on from them. But healing doesn't stabilize at the level of understanding. Change stabilizes in the body. And today I want to talk about how somatic engagement is not just an add-on to trauma healing or neuroplastic change, but a biological requirement for neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity depends on state, not intention. The brain updates based on physiological arousal, interoceptive signals, emotional salience, prediction and outcome, and felt safety. If the body is braced, dissociated, or overwhelmed, the nervous system does not register new learning, even if insight is present. And this is why people can say, I know that I'm safe now, but my heart is racing. So the body can continue to respond as if danger is imminent, even when we know it isn't. When this occurs, the nervous system hasn't felt the difference yet between the past and the present. Somatic awareness is the capacity to notice internal sensation, our breath, our muscle tone, our temperature, pressure, vibration, expansion, collapse, a settling. These sensations are not just side effects of emotion. They are the actual emotion moving through us and being felt. They are the language of the nervous system. When our attention stays with sensation long enough without forcing change in the sensation, the brain receives information about regulation, continuity, and safety. This information becomes a learning signal. Traditional talk therapy excels at meaning making, what we call a cohesive narrative and insight. What talk therapy often misses is state-dependent learning. A memory can be cognitively reframed while remaining somatically encoded in the nervous system. And in those cases, when that happens, the triggers persist, reactions feel automatic and fast, because the body is responding faster than thought, and our identity is remaining organized around survival. Somatic engagement allows learning to move from understanding into embodiment. During EMDR, somatic tracking helps us determine when processing is moving, when a nervous system is flooded, when a memory is integrating, and when safety needs reinforcement. IFS or parts work also supports EMDR because it lets us know which parts are active during the EMDR processing. We identify where protectors are holding tension, how exiles show up somatically, and when our true wise self is actively online. Our bodies are always providing real-time feedback about readiness, about pacing, and about integration. Interoception is the ability to sense internal body states, and it's central to emotional regulation and identity coherence. When interoception awareness is limited, the emotions feel overwhelming or vague. When it's limited, there's a lot of switching between states happening. Regulation becomes really difficult to sustain, and our identity can feel really fragmented. Somatic work helps to strengthen interoception, which in turn supports emotional clarity, nervous system flexibility, continuity of self, and tolerance for the complexity and paradox of being human and having experienced trauma. When change begins to stabilize somatically, people often notice that their emotions move through rather than getting stuck. The body also starts to settle faster after activation, and we start to experience more choice points. We can respond as opposed to react. Our boundaries feel clearer, rest becomes more accessible, and our identity feels less brittle or rigid. Drop a comment below if you'd like to continue the conversation. I'm really having fun exploring how EMDR has so much potential for helping us heal.